coming to you from the parking lot in Costco. Things are getting real with this coronavirus going around, and we didn't necessarily stockpile anything in the beginning. We do have everything that we need because we're a family of 5, so we have those things already. But the way that things are going, and as you know, today we woke up and restaurants and bars are closed. Last week, all events, like over a certain amount of people, have been canceled. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue to work. This morning, Cody's job site in Ohio got shut down. Things are changing every day. So we decided to stock up at least on meat in the deep freezer, because even if this thing only lasts a couple weeks, at least that's something that we know we'll use anyways. So I am at Costco, and it's Monday, March 16th. And I think that since the kids will be home for at least the next 6 weeks, we've decided to do some kind of like a video diary of this 6 weeks for us, because we're also going to need to be like homeschooling kind of, or something. I don't know. I don't know what kind of teacher I would be, but wish me luck inside Costco. Okay, so it is, I think, Friday, March 20th right now. I am going to try to be better about this video diary thing, but this first week of being home, like off work and kids not in school, we've been kind of trying to just, you know, get our grounds about us and figure out our new normal, as I'm sure everyone else is. I took a video of me before I went into Costco a few days ago, and I wasn't able to follow up afterwards because it was a lot more difficult than I expected it to be. I didn't go in there stressed out. I haven't really actually felt that stressed out or overwhelmed in this whole situation, but when I went in there, people were acting as though the world was ending. I was looking around me and seeing the things that people had in their carts, and these carts are just overflowing, and you know, people are like hunting like their life depends on the last bag of chicken breasts, and hoping that they get a container of toilet paper. And I have an anxiety issue. I take medication for it, but lately certain moments it'll be worse. And I called my husband from the middle of the store. I had walked around Costco like 3 times and had nothing in our cart. I couldn't remember for the life of me what I was there to get or what I needed to get. I called my husband, and the second he picked up the phone, tears just started streaming out of my eyes. I couldn't catch my breath, and I didn't realize what I felt until that moment. And I had to have him remind me what I was there for, and I was there for just meat and frozen vegetables. Like, that's it. And you know, so he said, just keep it simple, just get a lot of the same thing, just like chicken, beef, vegetables. And I think we were looking for like flour and whatever. And I kept the word chicken, just kept staying in my brain. So he was gonna come out there and help me, but we had other stuff we were trying to do too, and he was with the kids. And so I came home not with chicken breasts because they were gone, and I thought it was just that I couldn't find them, but it's sold out. Chicken breasts are like sold out everywhere. But I came home with chicken bakes, chicken nuggets, chicken this, chicken that, like 5 different types of chicken products that were not anything that we needed, because I just would see the word chicken and just grab it. And so I got out of there and came home, and that was a rough experience. Since then, we have not gone back out to get things. We have been trying to be respectful and responsible about this. I don't want to necessarily say quarantine, but it's getting to that point now. This needs to stop spreading. I know that a lot of us didn't take it super seriously when at first we thought, oh, I'm not vulnerable. You know, it doesn't affect young and healthy people. My kids are safe, I'm safe. But it's so much bigger than that now, because, for example, our situation, we were supposed to go visit my mom and her husband, and they take care of our grandma, who, you know, they all are in the vulnerable age range, and my stepdad's mom specifically is the most vulnerable. Obviously, she's 98. And, you know, because kids are essentially silent carriers, my kids could be carrying this virus and I wouldn't know it because we wouldn't see their sickness, and I could take them to Idaho to visit family. They could get my mom or any of the people she's with daily very sick, and they could literally die from it. People are still out and about. We got invited to a birthday party yesterday. I cannot tell you how frustrating this is, and it hits close to home for us because right now I'm unable to work, and we do rely a lot on my income. I've worked for 12 years to develop my clientele and be able to rely on our income in the way that we do. And right now I cannot work. I cannot claim unemployment because I'm self-employed, and I cannot go back to work until people start taking this seriously and stay the heck home and stop the spreading of this virus. And you know, like, you can just have friends over for dinner and they might not be acting sick, or you think that you're totally fine because it's just another couple, like you're just trying to get through this together, right? But maybe one of those people is still working, and think of the amount of people that they've come in contact with in their day that might also not be showing symptoms but are still carriers, and now they've just transferred it to me and my kids. And then, you know, let's say my mom even stops in to visit, which she was just here a couple weeks ago. Now we can pass it to her, and then she can go home and you know, it just is like this never-ending cycle. You need to just stay away from everybody. We're still going on walks and getting fresh air, and like my kids' guidelines for when they're playing outside with their friends, I said you can ride bikes with your friends and, you know, run around and play, but don't play with a ball. Don't get within like a few feet of each other. Don't play with anything together where you're going to touch something and then they're going to touch it. But you can still have some sense of normalcy within this. You just have to be safe about it. So anyways, all that being said, I've had a couple conversations with my husband's sisters, who are literally, every single one of them are absolutely amazing. And they put things into words that I have not been able to put into words. And it is interesting, as someone who struggles with anxiety, and this, what's going on right now has been like probably one of my major fears my entire life. And so it's weird that aside from that breakdown in Costco, I have felt this overwhelming sense of peace. I can't make money right now. I miss my clients. I miss my job. I don't know financially where we're going to stand after this. And the world is in a situation that none of us have ever lived through before. But still, I have this overwhelming sense of peace. The lack of urgency in our day-to-day life right now is so refreshing. One of my husband's sisters, Kista, who I feel like, gosh, I wish everyone could have a conversation with her right now because she just is so good with words. She said, I've never felt like a better mother. And that gave me goosebumps because I agree. I've never felt like a better mother than I do right now. We have tried to maintain a certain level of structure and schedule with the kids, but just the unity and the togetherness, and mostly the lack of urgency, I think, in our lives. I feel like I can be such a good mom right now and such a good me. And while I do miss working, this inability to go out into the chaotic world has been really good for all of us. And I can't explain why I feel so at peace right now, but I do. And I hope that you do too. I hope that everyone has this like confusing level of peace. You know, you might not be getting paid like I am not getting paid right now, but I hope I'm not alone in this, like, we needed this. No, we didn't need this virus, but we needed this reality check, I guess. And it is my hope that after all this is said and done, that we don't go back to the way of life that we were living. And that's another thing that Kista brought to light for me, is that after this, things will be different for us. We will take what we've learned from this experience and put it into action. We will be more cautious about our spending, our time, also we've been using washcloths instead of paper towels, for example, to try to, because, you know, we're trying to save in any way we can. And then also, we don't know how often paper towels are going to be in stock, but little things like that, but mostly just the way people treat each other, the way that our days are going about. I just hope that the world learns from this and we come out of this stronger and wiser and calmer and slower. And I hope that you guys can take a deep breath in the midst of this unknown and feel peace and find a silver lining in your own life of what good this might be doing in your life, instead of only focusing on what it's taking away, what control we're losing right now. So yeah, that's my update. I'm in my car right now for the first time in a week. I'm just gonna run down to the salon because I need to get some gloves so that if we do have to go to the grocery store right now, then we can wear gloves. And then also I'm gonna get my shears because both my kids and my husband all need haircuts. So hopefully I can get some kind of creative outlet there, because I really do miss doing hair. I'm trying not to just experiment on my own hair right now, but my family needs haircuts, so that's where I'm going, and then I'll come back home. Stay healthy, friends. Stay safe. Follow the rules. I miss you, and I cannot wait to see so many of you again when this is all over with. Okay, have a good day.